welcome everyone to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Duke's offense will start this game off with the football. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, reading at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Pittsburgh's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Makes the catch. It's Isaac. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Got him downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Shoots it to the left. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Back open in the middle. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job.
Touchdown, Pitt! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Jones to throw. On target to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after it! And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He nails it. A 58-yard field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. Any big changes in his ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Got room to work. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. They're really starting to build momentum. Even the deflections are going their way.
And those are frustrating because those are luck. Like you can spin it however you want, but those are just fortunate bounces. A lot of times defense in position to make a play. But here in the second quarter, still early, no need to panic, no need to get too riled up.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Looking to get it in, and they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. At the 45 on his way. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is to 36. Jones wants to throw it. It's caught. Open space at the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Lots of room to run. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Make a big play in the passing game, single snap, and get a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. It's complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back. There he goes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. With the catch, it's Daniels. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. I mean, already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Oh, he wants it all. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
And the Blue Devils will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The quick out. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Steps away to find some room. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Duke. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it.
And that's unfortunate for the offense. A golden opportunity to walk away with 2 extra points, but you fumble it at a critical juncture in the game. How's this one going to impact this game?
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. They've got the screen set up. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Now on first down from the 43.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
He's got an open man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
The Panthers are facing 3rd and inches. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Lofts one high and deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Panthers! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Blue Devils in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage going tempo.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Blue Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And here they come, almost all the way back. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs in the car.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Catch in the middle, it's Isaac. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the 1st down. Nice scramble. He's showing you a little bit of everything today.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Unloads it left. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Burden. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Looking downfield, it's Gibbs. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the option. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
And the Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's got the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
To the ground with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Jones to throw. Release to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Burden. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Duke! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Quickly complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Makes the grab. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Gets open down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end.
Great move. Now he's got room. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Touchdown, Blue Devils! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Jones to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game.